is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. It is your boy Cheeseburger Eddie, and I hope you guys are all having an absolute fantastic day as always. And if you haven't already, I need you to go ahead and smash that subscribe button, man. We are only a couple of subscribers away from 100, and as I've said in a previous episode, if we can get to 100, I am going to do a live stream of potentially beating this game. But what I wanted to go ahead and jump into today was just how to beat this game. The best strategies that I've kind of noticed. Now, I've said in previous episodes that I follow a lot of Minecraft speedrunners in this game, such as Dream, George Not Found, Sapnap, and so many more. And if you guys are familiar with those guys, you know how skillful and how good a lot of these players are. And what we're going to do is just kind of run through some of the basics that they do in their games to an extent, but also just some of the strategies that you should be doing in the game. If you're trying to beat this game in one sitting, so to speak, like, you know, in a couple of hours, for me is probably what it's going to take. Or if you're looking to do your own little speed run, if you can beat this game in, you know, an hour or 30 minutes. I think the record is what, like 20 minutes right now, or even less than that. It's crazy. It took me 20 minutes to probably take down and get my first piece of tree, if I'm being real honest with you. But wanted to kind of just touch base. So the first things that I always notice that you should do right off the bat is go and get your pickaxes and get the things you need to make food. So obviously, go get yourself a tree. Beat down as many blocks as you feel comfortable with. Normally about 10 is a good number in my opinion. It gives you enough for a bunch of sticks, but also just the options of having pickaxes, maybe a shovel, maybe a sword. And being on your own, I'm not doing these challenges that they do, like such as the manhunts and whatever else that they've had in their worlds. But just winning the game, you want to have some type of defense, but you also want to have some abilities to get yourself as much food as quickly as possible, but also just making sure you're all set up. And the second thing you need to get, instead of just wood, is stone. The reason why that's important, in my opinion, is so you can make a couple of furnaces, just like this. And obviously coal is a great thing to have, but you can use wood if you need to use that as your fuel. And that's just a quick and easy way to obviously get yourself some food, keep yourself saturated, keep yourself full, so you can continue going without slowing down. Now, the third thing I'm going to talk about, I guess third and fourth thing I'm going to talk about that you should always make right away when you get into your game is a crafting table, number one, because obviously you're going to need a crafting table to build anything that's, obvious for a beginner player. Again, this is for beginners. If you can't tell by the title, this is for beginners. So if you're a speed runner already and you've been playing the game for years, it's probably ain't going to be the video for you, man. But yeah, hey, I suggest you tune in some of the other episodes we got, because they're straight fire, man. They are straight fire. But anyways, some of the things that you need to have is obviously the building, the crafting table, and another thing is a bed. Now, the thing about a bed is you have to have the sheep's wool, or whatever it's called. So you got to make sure you're in the right biome to get that. And I think it's very important to get that right off the bat, just because one of the things I've found out with playing survival in general, not even trying to beat the game, just trying to survive and build out a world, is that mobs are heavy at night. And I'm not playing this on easy mode, man. This is on normal difficulty, which is pretty difficult for me, because I've been playing the game for about a month and a half, so this is difficult for me. So making sure you got yourself a bed and making sure that you can at least put yourself in a spawn point, or at least, kind of sleep through the night, not have to deal with the nighttime mob infestation, I guess we'll call it. And that's the big thing. So as you guys can see by my inventory, these are the kind of the things that I've noticed that are very beneficial to have. An axe, super helpful, because I think it's got some good damage, but it's also good for picking some wood. A pickaxe, obviously, for any type of stone. And then obviously what we're going to go after in the next portion of this video is some iron. I always notice it in any of the videos I see of any, oh my gosh, just jumped into a pit of death. But I always notice it in any video I watch, is that iron is number one. And the reason why is because you can get iron, you can get your helmet, your body armor, you can get your leg armor, your shoe armor, I guess. You can get all the types of armor you need to protect yourself. And secondly, you can get yourself an iron pickaxe, you can get yourself an iron sword and an iron axe, and I guess you can get yourself an iron shovel if that's what you really want. But those are important things, man, because such as diamonds, if you want to get diamonds, or if you want to get certain things from the ground, you have to have those type of weapons. And secondly, it's just a really good weapon to have and good armor to have. Now, as you can see, I'm also going into this little village that I found. And one thing about these villages, and I recommend going to these places all the time, is that you're going to find yourself not only some beds. Found out that you can cheat the game pretty much by killing the Ender Dragon by blowing up beds. I don't even know how to do it, but I'm figuring it out, man. I'm going to ask some people. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, make sure, again, I'm going to say it a couple of times throughout the video. Please show your boys some love and subscribe to the channel. Show some love to that like button. And let's grow this channel, man. You know, we're close to 100. Like I said, if we get to 100, we're definitely going to do a live stream or maybe more, and just show the love to you guys and absolutely try to have some good times. You know, that's what it's all about. So absolutely wanted to make sure you guys know of that. But one of the things that I definitely noticed in some of those videos is there's some cheats in the game that you can do. Not necessarily cheats, I guess, but if you put a block in front of a bed, and then you can, like, I guess, click on it, it blows up and does a bunch of damage to the Ender Dragon. So when we get to that point, and it's not going to be in this episode, I cut this episode about halfway, I'm not even going to say halfway, let's just say about 20-30% of the way to our goal. But it's one of the things that I found is going to be a little bit easier to take care of that Ender Dragon when we get to it. Now, this is just a run by myself, okay? Eventually, I hope a couple of my friends are going to join in with me and try to complete this thing. One of my friends, Alex, not the one that I normally play video games with, but another Alex, is pretty good at the game. He's played a long time, and he's got some tips and techniques and some things I feel like he can really help me in completing the game. He's beat the game before, so I'm definitely going to see if he can't join us on the journey of getting this game completed. If you guys have beat the game before, let me know what your quickest time, your quickest run, or if you even have tried to beat this game in a quick time frame. I just really want to give it a shot, man. I've watched a whole lot of Dream in the past couple of weeks, and I mean, again, he's a titan in the Minecraft, you know, field, but obviously just beating the game, you can take as long as you want, really. You just got to, you know, obviously get what you need to get to the end and then beat the dragon. So again, one of the biggest things you got to get is some iron ingots. These are what they look like. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone that's ever played Minecraft always, I mean, you know what iron is. We've talked about it in a previous episode. If you're interested in building an iron farm, I mean, come on. There's so many different things you can do to get iron. But this is just going into a mine or a cave and going after it. You know what I'm saying? You'll find a bunch of little veins of iron and being able to get it. Now, again, the things I think you need the most are obviously the armor. You need to get your helmet, you need to get your body armor, you need to get your pants, your leggings, I guess they call it, and you need to get your shoes just to protect yourself, because you will be attacked by something else, something eventually, whether that's an Enderman, whether it's the dragon itself, and it's just having that kind of stuff is going to be really beneficial. I apologize for it being so dark. I can't even see what's going on in the distance here. But anyways, like I said, iron is of paramount importance, not only for the armor purposes, but also for your weaponry. If you get yourself a pickaxe, if you get yourself a sword, like I said, all that stuff is very good to have rather than just having a stone pickaxe, because again, if and when you run across diamonds, you have to have an iron pickaxe. If you don't, you're not going to be able to get them diamonds. We ran into that problem when I first started playing Minecraft. I was wasting diamonds, I went right through them, and it is what it is. So make sure you got yourself an iron pickaxe so you can get those diamonds. And it's just, you know, it's just an easy way of getting all the stuff that you need to get. So absolutely make sure you're filled up with iron and get as much as you can right off the bat. And that's normally what you find with a lot of these speedrunners, is you see that they go right after iron, right off the bat. So it is very important to get yourself loaded up with some iron. Now, as you can see, we got 2 furnaces. We're making our iron. Man, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, and look, this is almost real time. You know what I'm saying? I'm skipping ahead a few pieces here and there, but about 30 minutes in, and this is where your boy's at. Or maybe like 45 minutes in, and this is where your boy is at. So, I mean, not doing terrible. You know what I'm saying? Leave a like for your boy. And absolutely, like I said, make sure you're supporting me. Again, I want to build this community up, not only to provide, you know, the entertainment that I feel like I can, but also we got some great tutorials, got some great things coming that I feel like you guys are going to really enjoy and absolutely get some use out of. And obviously, that's what we're all about here on the Cheeseburger Ready channel. You know, we're all about that cheesiness, that greasiness, and absolutely want to make sure we're providing that benefit to you guys. So just wanted to let you guys know that. Now, obviously, as you can see, I'm crafting myself some armor, and here we go, man. just wanted to say, this is one of the things you have to do. You want to make sure you're armored up, make sure you're suited up, got all the iron pickaxes, all the things, and just make sure that, again, I think the two most important things in this game when it comes to just being on your own and surviving and trying to beat the game, or actually I'm going to say three things, is obviously the weaponry you have, the bed so you can sleep through the nights, and food. Okay, and don't just get, I mean, you can get a bunch of bread, which you'll find eventually is you can go run across a place that has a bunch of wheat. Wheat is great because you can make bread. You can get a bunch of bread rather easily, and it's easy and it's cool, but you want to make sure you have a lot of food on you, just because you might go mining for, you know, diamonds. You might be going somewhere where you just, you know, the nether realm, and you might not have access to get more food. So you want to make sure you have as much as that right off the bat, and just make sure you're good to go. Now here we come across a half-finished, not even really a half-finished nether portal, and I found out in a previous game that I played that these crying obsidians, I believe they're called, they don't work. So you got to cut them out, you got to get them off that thing, and we got to build out the rest of our nether portal. See, and I think where we're at right now, I think we're to a point where we could actually go into the nether portal and get some, you know what I'm saying, some blaze rods, I think is the next step. Going into the fortress and getting ourselves those blaze rods, and then obviously the ender eyes. Once we get the ender eyes, that makes the ender pearls, I guess is what we find when we kill the enderman. And then once you put the blaze rods and the ender pearls together, you get your ender eyes, and then that takes you to the end fortress, or the end, whatever it is, the end part of the game. And then you go through the portal, boom, you go kill the dragon. That is it, obviously. So again, very simple stuff. I think you guys can tell by just watching this, it's a complete difference from when I first played this game. Now I do make a huge mistake here, because what I try to do is I try to do one of those like dream type things where I'm trying to like quickly make myself a nether portal with just the water and the stuff. But I make a bunch of obsidian, and once you get a diamond pickaxe, you can easily make yourself your nether portal going forward. But here, right next to the nether portal that I was at, we find ourselves a little, I can't remember what these things are called, but this right here is where you're going to find some great loot. So you got to get one, chop one down, take yourself a fall, but boom, put that water down. Man, that's a pro play. Y'all got to leave a like for that. And right underneath this pressure plate is a bunch of TNT, so be careful. I learned this not only from watching other people's content, but I learned the hard way when I was playing with my friend Alex one time, and I jumped down here and boom, I got blown up, and it was end of game for me. So make sure you're careful. Don't land on the middle one, because that's a pressure plate that'll blow up all the TNT, and you can actually use that TNT to your advantage in the end game. When you get to that Ender Dragon, blow them up. Use the TNT. Bang. It's easy. Now, I should be taking all the string, because you should make all the arrows. Next tip I can give you is make some arrows, because eventually you will need a bunch of arrows when you're in the end game, especially if you're doing this by yourself, because you got to blow up all the little the crystal square blocks that heal the dragon. You got to make sure you're hitting the dragon from distance. And obviously it's just a useful weapon to have in general. So if you're cringing, if you beat the game and you're a speedrunner yourself and you're cringing at what I'm doing, I apologize. But look, first time I'm actually trying to run through this game quick, and we're doing some things here, you know what I'm saying? So I find a bunch of gold, some emeralds, some enchanted books. I mean, come on, man. There's a bunch of good stuff that we find. And again, I absolutely recommend looking for these places, because it'll only help you going forward. Golden apples, huge. Those things are absolutely fantastic to have. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to decide what you don't need and what you do need in your inventory, because right now my inventory is stacked, but just make sure you got the good stuff, and that's all that matters. So if you guys can tell, I got all the golden axes, the TNT, I got all the beds that I could ever ask for, the iron, the gold, and inside this chest, I believe I find some other stuff. I find some diamonds, I believe, and boom, lo and behold, make yourself a diamond pickaxe. Now I can go back to that nether portal, mine up all that obsidian, and boom, we got another realm access point. Boom, you know what I'm saying? Easy as easy could be. Again, if you guys want to see this live, if you guys want to see us try to get through this in speedrun in our own version, again, we're not going to do anything crazy, but if you want to see us attempt to beat the game rather quickly, leave a like. Make sure you let me know in the comments down below, and absolutely make sure you're subscribed, because again, if we get, I'm aiming towards the goal of 100 subscribers. Right now I think we're at 88, which is I'm blown away. by the support we've gotten, all the positive comments, just the absolute, positivity that the entire community is kind of providing. And I want to say thank you so much for that, because without you guys, there is no me. You know what I'm saying? After a month or so of doing this, I was, relatively small still. I was at, 10 or 15, 20 subscribers, and I was just starting to question if I should keep doing this. And, lo and behold, here we are after 3.5, almost 4 months, man. It's November 1st when I'm recording this. So, it's been a journey, but we're up to 88, and we're going to hit 100 eventually, I hope, with your guys' help. So make sure you guys tune in and try to stay a part of the community, because, again, we're going to start doing some live streams of trying to beat this game, and we can do some challenge videos eventually on just trying to do some craziness and some fun stuff. Obviously, one of the things that I see in all their videos, you can trade. So now that we got some emeralds, you can find a person to trade with, and that can get you some ender pearls or some eyes of ender possibly. But hey, man, if you guys enjoyed the video and you guys want to see more, like I said, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you're tuned in for further episodes. I find a chest with a bunch of obsidian, so now we can definitely go finish off that portal, that nether portal, and we'll continue this on in the next episode. If you guys want to see it, if I get, I say 5 likes, let's keep it at a low 5 likes. If I get 5 likes, we'll continue on the effort of beating this game. I think I'm probably about 25% through with beating the game at this point. I got everything I need. I just probably need a little bit better armor, better weapons, and we'll get there. But hey, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Looking forward to seeing you in the next episode. Leave a comment what you guys want to see, and absolutely show some love to that like button. And again, I love you guys so much. Appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.